There are many arguments against calling addiction a disease, but the best argument I've ever heard is one I call the choice argument. The choice argument says that addiction can't be a disease because drug taking is a behavior and all behaviors are choices. The choice argument goes on to say that even though an addict might tell you he can't stop drinking or using drugs, that he's powerless over drugs and alcohol, really he can stop anytime. That's right, addicts can quit anytime they want. You just have to help them make the right choice. To show how easy it is to get an addict to stop drinking or using drugs, the choice argument suggests this simple experiment. I take a bottle of alcohol, pour out a glass, and put it in front of the alcoholic. And I offer it up to him. Go ahead, Mr. Alcoholic, take a drink. No, really, it's on the house. But when the alcoholic reaches for the glass, I add a small twist. Oh, but Mr. Alcoholic, if you do choose to take that drink, then I'm going to blow your brains out. Most alcoholics will choose not to drink. And that's the choice argument's point. With a strong enough threat, I can get the addict to stop their behavior in a way I just can't for real patients with real diseases. Diabetes, for instance. You can't put a gun to the head of the diabetic and say, okay, better bring that blood sugar down to 100 or I'll blow your brains out. It's not going to work. The choice argument draws a distinction between behaviors and symptoms. In the case of symptoms, those are part of a disease process. Free will plays no part. We don't hold patients responsible for their symptoms because they can't choose not to have them, and that's why punishing and coercing real patients is inappropriate. But drug taking is a behavior. All behaviors are choices. Free will does exist. The addict is responsible for their behaviors because they can quit if they choose to. You just have to motivate them to make the right choice. That's the choice argument. That's the best argument I've ever heard against calling addiction a disease. And I think it's a darn good argument. But it has problems. And in the end, I think the choice argument is wrong because it fails to take into account some exciting new research about the brain. Research that shows that our capacity for choice is far more complicated and fragile than we ever imagined. Is addiction a disease or a choice? The short answer is addiction is a disease of choice. It's a disorder of the very parts of the brain we need to make proper decisions.